Well, you see, haven't finished yet the talk on the Guru. So you see, in the Lamrim, outline of Lamrim, in the very beginning, the first meditation, we're beginning, first meditation on Lamrim is a correct following of virtuous friend, the root of the path to enlightenment. The root of the path to enlightenment. They are correctly following the virtuous friend. So it's the most important subject to know. If what you want is to achieve enlightenment for sentient beings, and to free the numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering, and bring them to enlightenment, bring them to Buddhahood. If that is what you like, then the root of the path. So all the success of that, the root, you see, actualizing all the realizations. The renunciation to this life, renunciation to the next life, then bodhicitta. And the elimination, root of samsara, the ignorance, root of all the suffering, the ignorance. By realizing Patanjali's view, the subtle dependent arising, the emptiness. That is the foundation, common path. Then uncommon, the tantra, minor tantra. The generative stage, two stages, generative stage, gross one and subtle one. Then on the basis of that, and then achieve the graduate completion stage. Isolation of body, which is also in generative stage. So isolation of body, isolation of speech, isolation of mind. The clear light. Clear light to example and clear light to meaning. Then after the clear light example, there's an illusory body, impure illusory body. Then after actualizing clear light to meaning, then there's a pure illusory body. And then unification of those two, clarity, illusory body, unification of those two. Then after that, because of unification of normal learning, you achieve the Buddhahood, unification of normal learning. Before that, unification of learning. After that, unification of normal learning. So 5 stages. So the Yeah, so whole day, so actually the whole thing up to enlightenment, it depends on the root. How you correctly follow the. So it depends on correctly following the virtuous friend. Okay? So everything depends on that. So you see somebody who doesn't know much on that, who's kind of careless, or somebody who doesn't know all that, you see, then, even some of the subjects, Shini, or some of the subjects, or drops Kundalini, and all tantric chakras, so you spend so much in years in that, or Shini or something, but you see, so you see, not you reach nowhere. You can't develop anything. You reach nowhere. Like that. And then also damage to your mind, damage your life. That means obstacles. And realizing many obstacles because you create so many heavy negative karma because you don't know correctly following words of friend. You don't know about that, so you create so much negative karma with the ignorance. So then, heavy negative karma down. Then that's why 네, 그래서 그런데 it is said in the Guya Samajara text. Guya Samajara text says, no, my memory is so bad, so I don't remember. semjen 참에 제바당 대바 전부 제배장 도저 대바 자수지 대바 존는 디라주 이는 러베 마반니 주장 주월 영문죠. So the Guya Samajara text it says semjen 참에 제바당 sentient beings who commit the heavy negative karma without break. 참에. So that was killing the father, mother to cause blood to Buddha, to the Buddha. 아니 가서는 killed Arhat who are free from samsara. Then 가서는 cause disunity among the sanghas. Disunity, cause disunity among the sanghas. So anyway, committed like that. If you committed like that, that's very heavy karma. Not the heaviest, but heavy karma. If you do that, then all other non-virtues, all other lighter like 10 non-virtuous actions, so those all get delayed to experience. All the light ones, non-virtuous action light ones, get delayed. Then first, right after death, you go down to born in the hell, and the Nyawa Narme, the inexhaustible, the hell realm, the number 8, you get reborn there. State for that. You get reborn there, and then length of life there is one intermediate eon. So as I mentioned the other day, even this world become end. Even this world finished and become end. So one great eon, how long the world abides, then how long it takes time to end the world. So the evolution from the desired realm, from there, from there then down to the hell, when that hell realm is completed, then the whole world is whole entire universe is completed, actualizing. So now that takes one great eon. When it ends, when this world ends, it takes one great eon also for ending. So all those realms then end. Then you get reborn. If your karma is not finished, to be born in the Nyawa Namre. Not finished, it's in inexhaustible hell realm. So this basically I mentioned the other day, your body is oneness with the fire, or oneness with the fire, the piece of wood, a piece of rock, like that, oneness with the fire, hot red. Only by screaming you can understand it's a sentient being. Only screaming sound, then you can see it's a sentient being, but not by shape. Also then, unbelievable most hot fire force coming from the 4 directions on top of that, unbelievable. So not only this, there are other things. So if you committed any of this heavy negative karma without break, then you get reborn there. Then if your karma is not finished, this world ends, then you get reborn another universe, hell. Then you are done. You get reborn another universe. Or then you suffer there, or like that, you see. Second verse, second line, even like that, you see, such a great heavy karma collected. Even you collect such heavy karma, but the oceans of the Vajrayana, this Tepachon Dilru, you can achieve the Vajrayana, you can achieve in this life. Even you collect such a heavy karma, you can achieve in this life. Tepachon Dilru means you can achieve enlightenment in this life. So from the heart, criticize, belittling. From the heart, belittling or criticize, Bhajan master, Lujang Druber, Yongmin Jus. Nina Lube Maban, Lujang Druber, Yongmin Jus. So, who criticized, belittled Guru from the heart? Even you practice Vajrayana, where Gature, Hai Tangdra, even you practice Drujang, Drubering, you won't accomplish. Even you practice, you won't accomplish. Then, very important what comes afterwards. The Tangdra of the ornament of the heart vajra, the Jinimbo Jinjules. Kangulabe Yangdame, anybody criticize totally, deeply or totally, the Vajramaster, Ti Jugun Duvi Cho. That person's doing the sublime or the Tantra, by giving up sleep, distraction. Even you accomplish, even you practice well for 1,000 eons. Kaba tongdo leg rujang, nyalso double chebaos. Even you practice well for 1,000 eons, for 1,000 years, for 1,000 eons, even you practice well, you also do what Cheba was. So, well means without sleep, without distraction, so strict, like that. You do for 1,000 eons. But you see, it's all like achieving hell. All that, for that many eons, 1,000 eons, what are you doing? You see, from the heart, you criticize the Bhajan master. So that you see, but practice high tantra, practice the sublime, practicing the all tantra, etc. So all that, it's all totally reality. It's all look like you are achieving hell, so forth. Hell in the lower realm. Hell, so forth. The whole thing is so achieving the hell realm and so forth. So means, you see, the way to understand it, if you're not sleeping, give out distraction, but I was so strict doing the practice. But you see, maybe one way from the heart. At the same time, maybe from the heart, you criticize the gurus, you belittle the gurus. At the same time. Or, you see, you did these things and you don't purify, you don't confess. You're confessing to that guru, you're not doing it. You're not fixing up. You practice mass. your mind will become mess. But you don't fix it. But at the same time, you don't do that with that guru, you don't fix up, confess or nothing, make him better, the relationship with guru. But you see, at the same time, you know Tantra well, and you give up sleeping distraction, so stick in the retreat, in the cave, or whatever, for eons, So because that karma, from the heart criticize Guru, belittle to Guru, so heavy, it's the heaviest in the karma. So, you see, the heaviest in the karma, what you continue doing, or you did, but you see, don't purify, don't make better connection with the Guru. They broke samaya, and don't make that better. Don't fix that better. So sometimes like this, or you don't have good, you have a better connection. You have no connection, no samaya, no connection with the Guru. Even though you connect with the Guru, but without Guru you don't have connection. So sometimes sometimes people, you see, no connection with the Guru, but received initiation teachings before from that. You see? So anyway, the karma is so heavy, whatever, even though you're collecting merit or something, but it's nothing. It is so weak. It's so little, nothing. The negative karma is so heavy, so it's like, it's not you don't fix your samaya or the Guru. So it's all like achieving hell. All this practice without sleep, distraction, wow, in the cave, so strict, it's like achieving hell. The karma is so heavy, so your rebirth, this life, your rebirth in the next life, it follows the negative karma. That kind of heavy in the karma. So that's why I said it's like achieving hell. Then the liberty of this, and then so I'm gonna have to talk tomorrow, I think. And just maybe just leave it. So the India, Tibet, in those countries, the great yogis, those accomplished, great holy beings who accomplished a path, Then, you see, they do this dikkhana tudam gitil service. So, you see, the Guru Yoga, this correct following word friend, only this, and they keep it at hard practice, the most important in the life, hard practice. And so, therefore, then, because of that, then they went to very high realizations of the Padabhumis. yeah. So just to mention before I came here, I came from South India, the Mongol, the Tibetan, this large Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, large three monasteries, Sara Gatan Dribung, Sara Cheme, and the garden Shata Chanta Dribung Rosalo Gomong. So this garden, I went to receive the lung of the Kala Chakra Tantra lung from Jabja Chaturim, which was the ex-airport to Namdal Monastery, Sonatapa Temple. So the Kazure, so I went to the nunnery. There's one nunnery at Dribung. There's a Lama's relative, one nun there. So she became Geshinis quite a few years ago, and now she's studying Tantra at Dharamsala from Gabon, some nuns, and then from the nunneries. They're studying Tantra. They finished, they're studying Sutra, they're studying Tantra Dharamsala. So the nunnery invited us to have food, and so yeah, it's a very interesting talk with the Geshe there. They have a 1 year or 3 year term Geshe from Shata in Changcha, I think maybe something like that. Anyway, so so after lunch, then I think there may be 200 nuns or 300 nuns or 200 nuns or something around, I forget another. Maybe more than 400 or just about 300, I'm not sure. So anyway, I was outside to meet the nuns because, I went outside and they didn't expect I would speak. Not all nuns. There was afternoon, after lunch, so hot. So there were time to rest. So some nuns came out to say, they were at the beginning there in the road, carrying katas when I came in the car. But of course, I would go straight to the lunch. So anyway, so I told them that I felt to speak to them. So, sorry, but I'm using this example, okay? So I told them that, they should remember this all the time, even when they get up, washing, when they dress, when they washing, then going for puja, the Kumbha puja, and then I don't know the schedule. Then you see memorizing text. Then go go to class to learn from teacher. The five philosophical texts. They have to learn gradually. then debate, the debate in class and debate, then prayer puja, for people, for sick people, or dead people, and for your own purification, collect excellence merit, so that Dharma practice, study can be succeed. Actualize part, not just studying words, but actualize part. That's the main thing. So then have lunch, then so all that, dinner, and then then again debate, and then pray, and then, then at the end going to bed. So every time at the beginning, before memorizing text, and then before memorize the debate, every time at the beginning, you remember, I'm following His Holiness Dalai Lama's advice, wishes. So, you see, so always remember, whatever program you begin with each one. So it's a morning dress up. So each thing you do, remember first thing you are following. That's right. Of course, that's a motivation for the citta, of course. However, then, most important was following Guru's, Guru, His Holiness Dalai Lama's holy wishes, advice. So before you debate, before you go to sleep, sleeping is also health, as like the medicine for health, So everything, His Holiness wishes, His Holiness advice. So when you think that, as much as you can, when you think that beginning, you see, to follow His wishes, advice. So, you see, you don't, you see, your life, do not become servant of self-chasing thought. You see, your life that do not become servant of self-chasing thought. Self-chasing thought as a guru, or self-chasing thought as a sort of guide, you see. So otherwise, everything becomes totally service for your self-chasing thought. Everything become offering, everything becomes service to the self-chasing thought. You see, nothing becomes cause enlightenment. Except, second one, offering practice, offering to the Buddha, So, you see, so like this, whatever you do, debate, to memorize, all this many hours, whatever, checking, teaching. Okay, everything service, everything, you become the slave to your self-chasing thought. You become the slave to your self-chasing, you see. So now, you see, think all each time you see it beginning following His Holiness advice, wishes. So then you see, you then completely, then you follow, serve His Holiness. Seven, serve His Holiness, you see. So you see, as I mentioned before, then, you see, in every debate, every memorizing text, starting the commentary, receiving, you see, every single thing is fulfilling His own wishes, advice. So you see, everything become the highest way to collect merit. With everything, you collect the highest merit. You collect the highest merit. And with everything, highest, most powerful purification. Everything. Everything, washing, sleeping, everything. And you collect actually most powerful purification. Everything becomes most powerful purification. The negative karma and developments. So you see, in this way, all the time, whatever you're doing, program, everything has become that. Wow. They're close. You see, everything what you're doing, then constantly close to enlightenment. Constantly free from samsara, constantly, see, you become close to enlightenment. All the time, every day. Day, weeks, months, years, Wow, your life's unbelievable. Really amazing. So cool way to achieve enlightenment. Okay, now I want to say something. Okay, now listen. I'm giving advice to them, but you see, you have to think from that. That's the purpose of my talking, telling story, but you see, you to get from that, you understand? So, now listen. Here, Satya Pandit, from Satya, the 5 great Lamas, Satya, the one, the Satya Pandit. So I mentioned that Kavatongto, Paro Chimbitsul, Kodakanga, Dovatong, Cho, Lame Landi, Kichiga Dus. Oh, they have to know that. So for 1,000 eons, Kavatongto, for 1,000 eons, Paro Chimbitsul, you practice paramita. Godanganga Dovatong, practice paramita. Godanganga Dovatong sauce. Your head, your legs, hands, make charity to others. And even the merit you got from that, Dovatongas, even the merit you got from that, you dedicate for sentence. So when you fulfill your guru's wishes and advice, you see, then normally 1,000 eons, you charity your head, your hands, your legs to other sentiments. Even the marriage, you dedicate for sentiment. Like this for 1,000 eons. But you see, now when you when you fulfill Guru's wishes and the Guru's advice, or that much merit, then you collect like that in 1,000 years, or you collect in 1 second. With the Guru, by fulfilling Guru's wishes, advice, you collect all that merit which takes 1,000 years, and that with the Guru fulfilling Guru's wishes, advice, you collect in 1 second. Oh, so that's that's like this. Then how you go to enlightenment quickly. So practicing this way makes to achieve enlightenment quickly. Like that, and also purifying is the most powerful. So the Tantra text, actualized Sanskritism. From the drop of the Mahamudra, Chachan Tiglele, Chidra Meni Sing Tiba, Chidra Meni Sing Tiba, Banden Lama, Niebai, the last one there. Kejikune Dibasek. Pandey Lama Niebai, Kejikune Dibasek. So what it's saying is the drop of the Mahamudra, Chidra Meni Sings like fire. Burning wood, in 1 second, it becomes ashes, which you can touch. It makes ashes in 1 second. So, Pandey Lama by pleasing the glorified Guru, then in 1 second, the heavy negative karma got burned in 1 second. So, for example, there's a truth stories or something, hay, grass, some huge, but you see, mattress, candle, mattress, or because of small fire, mattress, candle of mattress, lighter, because of small fire, all in 1 second. I mean, so quickly, ashes. So quickly, ashes. All like that. By pleasing the Guru, then you see heavy negative karma in 1 second get burned. This is what happens in your life. That's the story.